Marking Languages, and this is where we talk about languages and language learning and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks. Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
El hospital.
漢検1級の先というのは、本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は
Okay, we've leveled up and it is time to pick another language. Mord är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek. We're doing Greek when we get back. Ben neredeyse her gün okula gidelim. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil. The same word fil as this. Meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is sword, and that also means elephant. This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks. Ça, c'est ça, que c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça, sol chi sa che nulla sa, ne sa più di chi ne sa. Ecco.
Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyper Polyglotting avec Élise. Moi c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu des jeux, surtout GeoGuessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique, de l'acquisition des langues.
10-159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Nej. Man. Igen. Jo. 5. Ducks are drinking wine. Barbaz, okay, Barbaz is duck. Okay, I have now leveled up. Let's see what the XP situation is now. 10,340 out of 12,500. And as always, viewers can choose my next language for me just with a follow and a $5 to my Patreon.
Sotto le frasche del capanno 4 gatti grossi stanno. Sotto 4 grossi sassi, 4 grossi e grassi gatti. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré, des généraux dégénérés. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré, des généraux dégénérés. Facile.
Sì, ecco, la gente, è la cosa che mi dice la gente, sempre che scoprisce che quante lingue parlo, io sempre avevo l'impressione, diciamo, di che non era così, non era tan così, ma poi, dopo di aver visto qualche poliglota in YouTube, una delle cose che avevo scoperte era giustamente che la metodologia usata da quella gente poliglota che non avevo mai conosciuta prima, era più o meno la stessa metodologia che usavo io.
I buy a computer or what? Here's another example. I like to point these out. For this word for or sounds vaguely like Hogun and the Hok in Hogun in Korean or Waku in Japanese, and that means it is the exact same kind of character.
Okay, let me see.
Un chasseur, ça son chassé. Ses chassés sont son chien de chasse.
Der dicke Dach.
Okay, der dicke Dachdecker deckt dir dein Dach, drum dank dem dicken Dachdecker, dass der dicke Dachdecker dir dein Dach deckt.
Hola y bienvenidos al directo de Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. Yo soy Elisa, traductora, escritora y editora y comunicadora social con más de 20 idiomas de trabajo. Y aquí vamos a estar jugando videojuegos, sobre todo GeoGuessr, y hablando de idioma, la mejor forma de aprenderlo y caleta más.
Zwei Zwetschgenzweigen zwitscherten zwei tschechische Schwalben. Tres tristes tigres tragaban trigo en un trigal en tres tristes trastos. Oh, I see. This is Diche Ishai Fui, which means do you want food? But yeah, are you hungry? That's also. How are the boys? Cine Tapor. Poso Milao. Pote. Buenese. Proteine. Utros. Protopulo. In the designated chicken eating area, obviously.
Okay, still 3 times I have to defeat him. And I don't have a whole lot of health left.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Monsieur. Livre. Liwe, livre.
Bucks
Mustan kissan paksut posket.
Maciej.
Yeah.
Pierre. C. Wysoki. Maciej. Proč. Inter. Počkej. A. C.
Track 6.
Aspri Petra xes aspri apton ilio xex asproteri. Aspri Petra xes aspri apton ilio xes asproteri.
Ten coginio panas.
Oh boy.
Da ferad verda ferra ferda vetri.
Jacob. Hefed. 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 Hek. Hek. Hek.
Саша по шоссе.
А Саша по шоссе несла сушку на счастье и сосала сушку. А Саша по шоссе несла сушку на счастье и сосала сушку.
Mwalimu.
Juma ni mwalimu mke.
Ирак чима в чипах щемп чавю чи ченчи чини. Чирак чима в чипах. Да, чирак чима в чипцах щемп чавю чи ченчи чини. А как и альшит. Хикрин. А как и альши хикрин. Akakit alshi krikrips. Oh, thanks to cat sons. Meow and the pictures of the fish. That's they were proud.
Sööpä. Kupu. Yrittävät. Uraista. Omena.
Are in the city center. And it's got some interesting aspects to it.
여자는 어느 나라에 있습니까? 여자는 어느 나라에 있습니까?
Hello and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I'm Elise, translator, writer, and editor with 20 working languages, and this is the stream where we're going to play a game that somebody mentioned in stream in chat last week called Kanji Dego, and look at some videos with advice on how to learn kanji and remember them effectively as I prepare for the Kanken 2級それから1級は本命です。So I've never played this game before. This is on Steam. It is called Kanji Dego Shueisha Mangasai. It is a version of the web-based game that includes characters from Shueisha manga. And since... Oh, sorry. How is it now? Hi, Ata. Is the music better now? How about now? Okay, so I've never played this before. So let's see. 遊び方説明。このゲームの操作方法や遊び方をご確認できます。Oh, I see why. Now I understand. I thought I had turned that off. How about now? Okay, so keyboard space Z 決定 that means you've decided. Left click is also 決定. Shift X or backspace cancel. Enter is 回答. Yes, I had audio output capture still on. I've switched away from that. Hey, の割合はラコモッタイ。選択、はい、いいえ。モード紹介。Okay, the different modes. 20作品以上の漫画作品からランダムに出題されます。メインモードでは難易度と出題数を選択できます。Okay, there are 20 different mangas that will be randomly used in this. And in main mode, you can determine difficulty level and the number of questions you get. 選択した好きな漫画作品から出題されます。ピックアップの出題数は10問で固定です。難易度は調整レベル1から7の問題が出題されます。Okay, so pickup mode. Not sure why it's called pickup mode. You can choose which manga you want, like, your characters to be coming from. You only get 10 questions at a time, and you can set the difficulty level from 1 to 7. 各コース共通. Okay, these things are common to all of them. Okay. 出題されるルビの読みをひらがなかカタカナで答えましょう。Okay. So, you use hiragana or katakana to say what the kanji is that you're looking at. ブフと打つとOkay, so it doesn't matter whether you use katakana or hiragana. ブフバーストでもいい。Okay. 私はユニークって言ったんだけど。Okay. 何も入れずに回答すると問題を一度だけチェンジできます。So if you don't, you can pass one, you can pass once by just hitting enter or hitting レベルが上がるともう一回使えるのでここぞという時に使いましょう。You can use it once more when you level up. So this is something to only use if you absolutely need it. How do you do the inking? When I draw comics, I have these markers that I use. A brand I've never heard of that comes in a metal box with a big eagle on it. わからない問題が出たら、漫画を読み直して復習しよう。ボタンを押すと、該当巻の試し読みページに関与します。試し読みは一部です。該当コマが含まれていない場合があります。 if a question shows up that you don't know the answer to, you can like set it so that you can review it later. Okay, main model. Okay, so we've got 3 possible levels in main mode. Normal, 挑戦レベル1から4まで初めての方におすすめ。千里の道も一歩より。So this is difficulty levels 1 to 4 for recommended for beginners. Road of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Hard 挑戦レベル2から5まで慣れてきた方におすすめ。あなたは何問いける？ This is hard. It's for people who are used to the game. 激ムズ3 to 6、物足りない方へおすすめ。嬉しい。Okay, 激ムズ、is like mega hard. Wait, and then there's ヘルmode. 挑戦レベル4から7まで。この世の終わりみたいな難易度。Which they say is like the end of the world. Okay, じゃあ、まずはノーマルでいきましょう。Okay, let me just get my keyboard set so that I am indeed using Okay, it is loading. %. Okay, space if you're ready. So, okay, I'm ready. Fu Saigo. Chioka. Wait, okay. 風祭り号だった。くそ。Okay. 風祭りだったんだ。やっぱり。大会限。違う。Oh, Nabara. Okay, that is a second unconventional reading, actually. So normal is actually already... Oh, Nabara. Nabara. Kuso. Okay. Like, in both of these, the readings were actually readings that are not the most common. Like, this is either O or Dai. This is Umi or Kai, normally. Hara, Bara, Gen. うわさ魔導士 Yeah, that's not what I expected when I heard normal difficulty. Yeah, de in Korean. Re tan te hakuto. Re tan hakuto. Re tan shirato. Re tan hakudo. レタン白桃なんだよレタン Wait a second, what was that? 白人人だったくそI somehow completely blanked on that stroke, that extra stroke here. Yeah, it's Jin, not Tool. Hi. Mushoku. Yosh. Denko Sekka. I'm like fast tracking something. Okay, we're leveling up. Okay. Kugizaki no Kobi. Shozaki Yakabi Kacho. Kugisaki Nobara. Kuso. Santo. Sugio. Sando Sugio. Santo Sugi. Yu. Yamanobori Sugio. Yamanobori Sugio だったぞ. Yeah, fucking, it was a person's name. Okay. Ugyuso. Ame no miya. So. Ukuso. Ame no miya. Amamiya Minato. Ah, fuck, it was another name. Names are the hardest, really. Because those are often very unusual readings. And these are like manga characters' names. Shakuhachi. Leveling up. It's like they start you out with one that's actually okay. Toshu, pitcher. Nagete. Toju. Doshu. Nagede. Toshu だろう。とて。ピッチャー。Oh, they wanted pizza as the reading. 救世主救世主救世主救世主救世主救世主 fuck 救なんだメシアだ okay, that is not that is bullshit actually, because the actual reading for this is Kyuseishu, which means like savior, but they are using it as like ateji despite having no phonetic relationship with this reading for Messiah as in Messiah. Oh wow, that is cold. ずるいぜ。菊池原十郎。菊池原太郎。菊池源十郎。菊池源四郎。I did not notice the bottom fucking. I was reading it as Ju. I did not see that there was a bottom line on there that makes it shi. But Kikuchi Harashiro. Harashiro だった。Okay? リトライ。ああ、ずるいこれ。Okay, here we go. Level 1 again. Now I'm beginning to get an idea of how they roll. Q shot. Like, that is an obvious one. They start out with like a few that anyone's going to know, and then Toki no Majutsushi. Toki no Majutsushi. And then they throw some weird shit in there. じゃあやろう。That's not kanji. それはローマ字だろ。漢字はどこにあるんだ。照明電気。照明電気。上長電気。上取電気。上取電気。上等電気。雷。Oh, that was a pun. 日株。日株。日株。ひしもべ。かしもべ。かしもべ。ひしもべ。なんだ。かさかべ。壁って。ブーがベになったら、必ず、下も下になるのは数字だろ Okay, this is, like, okay, this is, so many of these are fucking names. That is... And if you do not know these, 多重形分身。多重... 分身。 Sorry. 多重影分身. Like, if you don't know these manga, a lot of these will be utterly unknown to you. And I'm wondering, because this is all very manga specific on this one, I'm wondering if the web-based version, which is not manga specific, is like this. Because, like, I've seen exactly one of those. Hey, Badger, how you doing? I've seen, like, a couple of manga that I'm actually at all familiar with, and it seems to be entirely down HRなんだよ。ホームルームだった？for one thing, that isn't kanji. ホームルーム、home room. 暗殺教室。リトライ。Okay, like, the number of these that aren't kanji and are idiosyncratic readings. Okay, let's see. 黒短弾黒短弾黒短弾黒煙弾クソ OK 美食屋thank you 天真爛漫Okay. Hanage. Hanage. Nijiage. Nanda yo. Hanage jaken. Jaken. I'm gonna do one more of these and then we're gonna switch over to civilization, I think. Kuroseki. Nanda sore. Kurosekei. そんな読みは聞いたことねえ。いそう。OK。仕込み。税込み。なんだよこれ変な感じだこれは漢検1級レベルでしょ醍醐味 OK 本当に諦めるOK Yes, we're going to switch over, I think, to go back to Civilization 6, actually. because there's so much stuff that was very specifically manga related, kanji, and like names of characters that I've never heard of, because I haven't read those specific manga, that, I mean, that was just very random. And frustrating. So, in short, if you don't know those particular manga, you probably, I mean, you barely have a chance at it unless you're just guessing, because a lot of those readings are very unconventional. Like Tolshu, for the only accepted reading for Tolshu, Nage no to te no shu, to be pizza. I mean, that's not wrong, but it's kind of bullshit, because Tolshu would be the normal way to read that. So, switching over to Civ 6. Yeah, extremely idiosyncratic. Like, if I knew those, if you, like, know those manga, and you've read them, and you know, like, those characters and stuff, then that's probably quite enjoyable. But if you don't, then it's just frustrating as shit. Okay, we're going to continue a game I've been playing on apparently, like, average difficulty for the past several days, where I'm just getting ready to do my favorite activity of invading the US. Загрузка. Пожалуйста, подождите. We're the Scythians. She hasn't invented raising the middle finger yet, apparently. Oh, that was frustrating. I'll have to try, like, the web-based version, too, just to see if it's like that as well. Okay, here we go. We are in the modern era. It is the year 1974, and the Scythians only have biplanes. We have a fair bit of money. And we just took over the city-state of Valletta for the sole purpose of having a land-based staging ground to invade the US. Because the only other direct land-based option we have to get there is this extremely narrow path, which you can only fit one at a time down, and they all get they all get wrecked. Which is great if for defense, but it's not very good if you're trying to do an invasion like I'm doing. Yeah, I lost a whole bunch with that. Okay, let me see. We're gonna... I'm gonna just pick up that. There's an oil square. Вы зло, проникшее в этот мир. Ваше имя будет проклинать веками. Yeah, that's rich. He considers me a militarist. He invaded me first. I mean, he didn't do very well. Okay, we gotta heal these. Promote. Heal. There's my one battleship, my Linkor. Oh, what's the manga called? That sounds really interesting, actually. Okay, get those tanks over here. Now we're skipping because I want to get... one thing I've learned is you need to actually have a fair number of units in this game if you want... Oh, good, we've got a second battleship. I keep on having, like, one battleship, and then every time it eventually gets wrecked. And when it does, suddenly I have the fucking Vikings going, ha ha ha, you haven't got ships. And that gets old after a while. Well, let's see. Podvodная лодка, линкор. Okay, we're gonna get a submarine. Okay. We're gonna start by taking Boston. Oh, I bet it is complicated. I mean, translating Japanese is a complicated business to begin with. Heterogenia linguistico. 異種族言語学入門. Oh, okay. That sounds really cool. This is available to read for free online? Oh, that was my proletarians. The name does not ring a bell. Dank. Right now I'm developing radio and class struggle. Oh, cool. Thank you. I'm gonna wait for the other battleship to arrive before I start using those. So that is something else that it helps to have multiple of. Okay. Pingy? Yes, Brain? What are you doing? What do we do every night, Brain? We're invading the United States. Okay, is there anything else I can Yeah, move that one back. Okay. It's weird how the sort of the religion dice roll out in this game. I've never had this happen before, but somehow, like, all the civilizations have turned out to be Jewish. Like, ancient Rome is... My civilization, the Scythians are... The Yanks are... Ah, there we go. Yes, we're keeping Boston. I like Boston. And we're gonna fix their water wheel. Okay. Okay, we'll form a corps of infantry. It's so random how that works. Подобным вам нет места за столом Одина. Позор вам. Осуждает вас. Они считают вас милитаристом. Apparently, there's no spot at the table of Odin for us. They think we're militarists. Where in the Discord did you share it? Here we go. Ooh, thank you. Okay, dropping the link in chat for anyone who wants to check this out. I mean, that sounds like a really interesting concept. And the Japanese resource. Yeah, I worked that out after I didn't see it in general. Shit. That's right, they do have a better air force than I do. Because I have biplanes, and they are like one step above that. Okay. And here we go. Oh, yes. Here we go. Please don't sink my ship immediately. Ooh, we got satellite technology. And send some more emissaries to Seoul. Okay, well now we're gonna try to steal computers. Okay, we get to set up a new trade route. Amsterdam sounds good. Keep the gold coming in. Oh, I didn't actually start drilling the oil. Now we can do something. Protagonist is a linguist and encounters a lot of different means of communications and types of languages. Some are a bit more visual colors and gestures, some more auditive, some more chemical. Very, very interesting. I like just the concept sounds fascinating. Okay. More oil. They can only actually attack one of those ships at a time. They don't seem to have too much of an air force. Hey, Riveroon, you missed an extremely frustrating kanji game. Frustrating because if you did not actually, he wants to have a peace treaty. He's offering Rokudan no Shirabe, 393 gold. Well, that's his first offer. Okay, we're gonna get a better offer. Так или иначе, я получу все, чего желаю. One way or another, I'm gonna get get everything I want. See, I don't think you're going to, Boo. Okay. I'm gonna unite our helicopter unit. Okay, I think we can take Philadelphia now. I mean, New Orleans. Philadelphia will still require some work. There we go. The emblem for the US in this game looks a little bit like a black and white version of the NFL emblem. Which kind of works, I suppose. Well, okay, the kanji game is, okay, they give you these kanji, although they're not always kanji, annoyingly. Sometimes it is romaji, like Latin alphabet. And what they do is you have to know how to read them. And now that would be, if it was like general, if it were like from general contexts, that would be reasonable. But this version anyway, I don't know about the web-based version. It may be totally different. You have to, it is like all kanji that are somehow related to Shueisha publishing house's manga series. So if you don't know those manga, a lot of them are like characters' names and they are unconventional readings. So if you do not know those manga, you're going to be at a serious disadvantage, and you may find some of it literally impossible. And that was my experience of it, which is why we didn't continue playing for long. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if those were manga that I followed, then that would work just fine. But the trouble is I mean, I don't really follow much manga at all at the moment. So, other than terms that were just like in general use, I was finding it bloody impossible. Okay. Another peace offering, and this is actually a worse offer, so. Yeah, I mean, if they use samples from manga, and, like, and the words, though, are in sort of general use, as opposed to being specifically words that you would only know if you follow that manga, then that would be one thing, but it was literally, you had to be a, like, fan of the manga to know what any of it was. For the moment. Yeah, names are always hard in Japanese, because those are often unusual readings. Sometimes, and in, like, fictional names, sometimes you get readings that are basically made up. Like, that I mean, in fiction you will find readings of kanji that you will not find anywhere else for, like, character names and place names and stuff like that. Cool. That wasn't great. Let's see how... What kind of oh, not too much damage, though. But I think we're going to have to go and heal, because one more of those might sink it, and I'm trying not to sink them because I've only got the 2.
Пепел к пеплу, прах к праху. Так угас и свет нашей цивилизации.
Oh,
Может, великий вождь, когда-нибудь вы вновь зажжете...
apparently I have lost. How did I lose? Oh, I lost on cultural grounds, apparently. The Congo won. Well, good for them. Let's see. Let's see the rating. The graphics. So... Oh, wow. Yeah, I really did badly on there. But the timing's not bad. Because I'm going to take a little bio break, and then I will be back in just a couple of minutes.
Hi, and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I am Elise, translator, editor, and writer with 20 working languages, and this is where we talk about languages and language learning and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
El hospital
漢検1級の先というのは、本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は
Okay, we've leveled up and it is time to pick another language. Morförrätter är än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek. We're doing Greek when we get back. Ben neredeyse her gün okula giderim. Fun fact. Turkish, hello Shakespeare, how you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil, the same word fil as this, meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is sword, and that also means elephant.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Ça, ça, c'est ça, que c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça. Sol chi sa che nulla sa, ne sa più di chi ne sa. Ecco. Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyperpolyglotting avec Élise. Moi, c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça, c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu des jeux. Surtout GeoGuessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique, de l'acquisition des langues. 10-159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Nei. Nei. Man. Bien. Yo. 5. Ducks are drinking wine. Bamba, okay, Bambas is duck. Okay, I have now leveled up. Let's see what the XP situation is now. 10,340 out of 12,500. And as always, viewers can choose my next language for me just with a follow and a $5 to my Patreon. Sotto le frasche del capanno 4 gatti grossi stanno. Sotto 4 grossi sassi, 4 grossi e grassi gatti. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Facile. Sì, ecco, la gente... è la cosa che mi dice la gente, sempre che scoprisce che quante lingue parlo. Io sempre avevo l'impressione, diciamo, di che non era così, non era tan così, ma poi dopo di aver visto qualche poliglota in YouTube, una delle cose che avevo scoperte era giustamente che la metodologia usata da quella gente poliglota che non avevo mai conosciuta prima, era più o meno la stessa metodologia.
Okay, and I'm back. And just after I had actually finally begun the grand invasion of the US, this is the annoying thing, actually, about Civilization 6. That you can just lose randomly, like, just out of nowhere. They don't let you just play through till the last turn. I mean, it's a little bit like cricket in that, except that in cricket, you can actually, first of all, they play it to the last ball, and second of all, they actually do count it down. you know, you can actually look and know, like, you need a certain number of runs from a certain number of balls. So, okay. Главное меню. I'm gonna play on here a little bit. Tomorrow, I think... Okay, создать игру. Who shall I be? I'll be Cleopatra, why not? I'm gonna try playing fast. No, I didn't. I always select that and then I realize I don't need to. Okay, we'll say большая.
От зарождения жизни в морской глубине до гигантов каменных...
So tomorrow's stream, I think we will look at the non-manga version, the web-based version of Kanji Dego, and see if that is a little bit more reasonable for people who are not like otaku of these various manga.
Ваше обаяние поможет создавать
Never played as Cleopatra before.
самыми могущественными правителями в мире. Заботьтесь о своих друзьях, и вскоре вы станете.
Okay, so we're in the middle of a lot of rainforest. Wait, okay, so we've got a little village, and they often have interesting things to give us. Okay. How you doing, Hex and Definitive? Oh, okay. Oh, that just gave us XP. But now we have a town. Okay, brashniki. Yeah, here too. My chilies are loving it. Животноводство. Become a leader of animals. I always found the term a little bit... Animal husbandry has always struck me as a kind of a sus term. So it's like... How do husbands come into this? Okay. Get some more of them.
Я люблю свиней. Собак?
Okay, стрельба из лучка. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, heat waves are absolutely miserable in Britain, too, because the houses are not designed for them. They're designed to keep the heat in. Like, But at least Keir Starmer's banned Wikipedia. And fucking Nigel Farage is like, we didn't even think of that bullshit. How did we not think of that bullshit?
Агрессивный политический курс может принести немалую выгоду.
Человек, нашедший свое завершение.
Okay. Дисциплина. Бог-царь. I guess so. I mean, must be it must be something like that. Although it does kind of sound like you're fucking the animals.
Соседний город-государство обратился с просьбой.
Okay, we've got a city-state that wants something from us. Well, yes, but usually the idea is that they... I mean, it's usually not the person breeding them that does that. They arrange it between the others. Between... It's usually not meant to be interspecies. Make some pottery. I mean, like, a horse breeder isn't going out on there with, like, on, like, a footstool. Sit still now. At least I hope not. Though I guess that's one way you get the Equisapiens from Sorry to Bother You. True enough. Вы оставили обширные земли для захвата врагам. Вы так боитесь расселяться. That I did not know. That, like, sucks even more. Okay. I'll fuck up some more barbarian scouts. And this Egyptian town is called Sais. I guess English people live there.
Каждый народ живет обменом.
Ah, Jesus. おはようございます、チョコミント。初めてのご視聴ですか？ああ、そりゃひでえや。はじめまして、どちらからの方ですか？Исследование технологий обработка бронзы значительно продвинулось.
Недавно мы открыли секрет планирования городов.
Я не верю в астрологию.
Письменность. Okay. So we found the coastline. Ah, 和歌山県ですか。私は行ったことないんですけど、私の、馴染みのある日本は、愛知県ばっかりです。一週末、京都に過ごしたんですけど。
Писать это легко. Нужно только...
最初から、ご視聴いただいてたら、もうご存知かと思いますけど、なんだっけ、漢字で5の漫画版をやってみたんですけど、当該漫、集英社の漫画を、愛読してない人間には、全く、勝ち目のないゲームなんです。キャラクターの名前ばっかりで、漢字の読みも、普通のよりは、ごく変な読み方ばっかしでした。明日の放送では、ウェブ版をやってみようと思いますけど、おそらくその方は、集英社の漫画読めない人間にはちょっとずるい感じですね。幼い頃から日本語との接触があります。修行は翻訳者なんです。じゃあ。Oh, we get an ambassador. We can send an ambassador someplace. Ранняя империя. Early imperialism. Let's make a Stonehenge. A henge made of nothing but stone. Ah, それも海か、それとも湖だけ。 あー、だったり。
Кто заслуживает большего доверия, чем жена обувщика?
Who is worthy of greater trust than a coal miner's wife? Hmm. 海の方が戦略的にはでもさ、ローマ帝国に悪口言われたら言われちゃうけど、まあ旅行っつってはまた野蛮人か。これを終えてから還元対策動画を見て感想を述べるつもりなんですからお楽しみに。違う。それならそれも海岸沿いだから。Anyone who enjoys the stream and would like to support the stream, your support right now is a real lifeline for me, and here's a place where you can do it. Okay. 野蛮人をコッテンパンにやっつけてみて。Lately, I've been reading Edogawa Rampo, which is a pen name meant to suggest Edgar Allan Poe, a late 19th, early 20th century Japanese sort of mystery horror author. And God, those stories are weird. Every single one of them, it starts out a little bit weird, and then it ends like mushroom weird. Well, the one I'm reading now, okay, this guy has this, is sort of a lookalike of this rich dude who lives on this other island. So, and the rich dude dies. So he has the idea to fake his own death and then pretend to be this rich dude coming back from the grave. And the part that I've gotten to, he has apparently spent all this guy's money on some sort of weird sort of like deep sea version of Jurassic Park. Oh yeah, Isla Panorama. That's the one. Is that a manga version of it? That would be I think like visually I think this one would be really interesting. Just because of all of the like deep sea weirdness of it. Do you know Ningen Isu? I'm not sure what the translated title would be. La silla humana, el hombre asiento. Ni idea. That was the first one of them that I started to read. And I bet. And it's this guy who makes furniture, and then he gets the idea, he makes the best chair ever. And then he's like, well, what if I modified this chair so I could sit inside it.
Владыка, мы на-
And then he has the chair delivered to the customer, like a hotel or something. And then he decides with himself inside, and then talks about the experience of being sat on by people. And eventually his idea is he's going to use this to do crime. And it's like, okay. And then there's another one called Yaneura no Samposha, which is this guy who is just bored with life. He finds no joy in anything until he runs into Meitante Akechi Sensei, the great detective Akechi, like sort of Edogawa Rampo's Poirot. And he learns about crime, and he's like, okay, I could do crime. Crime sounds fun. But he wants to go all the way, so he wants to do murders. And coincidentally, he discovers that he has this way to get into the attic of this building he's living in. And he starts walking around the attic. Just walking around the attic, as you do. And he discovers there's a hole in the attic floor that is the ceiling of the flat of this dude, who just kind of moved in. He finds him mildly annoying. He doesn't really know him, though. And so he's decided, because he really wants to just do crime, that he's going to kill the dude by stealing some poison from him and using a dripper to, like, drop it into his mouth. I mean, and it's like every one of these stories, they start out kind of normal and then they just escalate to 100 in terms of the Kurotokage.
Зеркало для тела — это
Oh, okay. I kind of figured that there would probably be films based on this, or manga based on this. I mean, especially just the sheer, like, oddness of some of these stories. How could you not? Like, I mean, like, how could a manga artist resist them, really?
Торговый путь приносит.
And Panorama Island, too. Like, I've read a lot of Japanese novels, but they're pretty much all very relatively recent. And so I decided I wanted to sort of expand my knowledge of more, like, classic stuff. Like, I was reading Genji Monogatari for a bit. Though for me, it ended up being sort of Inemuri Monogatari. God, he really can't make up his mind. He yelled at me for settling too close to him, and now he's criticizing me because I don't have enough cities. Like, come on, Tryon. Yeah, I mean... Oh, wow, okay, neat. And then there's, like, as they're walking through this tunnel that he's created at the bottom of the sea, there's this woman at the bottom of the sea who greets them. And then they get on top of a couple of huge birds to fly around as you do. And it turns out there are hundreds of this exact woman. And it's like, I mean, it is trippy. It is just the wildest fucking story ever. I'm gonna have to look for these. Because occasionally he describes things that I can't even begin to imagine what they would look like. Actually, I mean, like, for, like, kanji 1級 purposes, the Panorama Island one isn't a bad one because you get a lot of characters with sakana hat. Enjoy, cats.
Вдохновение без труда.
Okay. And we're gonna switch over now and look at some videos. I have a bunch of them to check out. これから1級にも役立つ漢検11級四字熟語厳選難問練習. Okay, this is practicing with some of the really hard. Okay, 四字熟語 for people who are not familiar. It's one of the really cool things that you can do with kanji, basically. Because you can take 4 of them and you can 現代訳でしたよ. No, my kobun bunpo is like good enough to read the minpo, the civil code or the criminal code in the original. I can, but no, the Genji Monogatari way beyond my level. That is actually one of the things I've been like sort of working on. I've been finding these videos to try to understand the aspects of like kobun, like classical grammar that I'm not, that I've never quite understood. But yeah, I have the, I forget her name, but she did a modern translation, Akiko something. So no, no, I did not read the original. I mean, and the hardest thing about Genji Monogatari is the way people are named. Because, like, in the Heian period, people had the naming convention was totally different. Yeah, you know, you don't hear names like Matsuura Yoshitaka or Hodekawa Yoneko or something like that. It's all names like Ono no Komachi or Miyasu Dokoro. I got through a lot of that book before realizing that Miyasu Dokoro was a person and not a place. Because the name, it sounds like it sounds like a facility, not a person. Yeah, that's the modern translated version is the exact one that I read. I have the book. I have the audio book of it too. Okay, let's get the chat window where I can see it so that we can full screen these vids. And let me drop my Discord link for anyone who might want to join there. That's where we can keep in touch in between streams. As we see, 四字熟を厳選難問練習。漢検準1級を3ヶ月で取得した僕の勉強法。Okay, I think we're gonna look at this one. This is Kanji no Kami-san talking about how he went about studying for the sort of 1.5 level of the Kankan. And passed it within 3 months. And so that's interesting. Right now, what I'm trying to do, I want to take the ikkyu. But for the moment, the thing about the ikkyu is you have to go in person to a testing site, which requires travel, which is expensive. So what I'm you can take anything from Nikyu to Jukyu, all the way down. All the other ones you can take online. So I'm gonna take the level 2 one online, and then the ikkyu will be the next thing that I do. I mean, with the thing about even level 2 is you realize just what an impact that modern technology has had, because you really don't need to remember how to write kanji anymore, for the most part. You know, if you're using word processors, if you're using SMS, you type it in, you type, you know, kiritsu wo, and it will give you options. And if it's an all-common word and you have written the correct reading, it will just tell you what it is and you recognize it and it's fine. And then you read and you recognize the kanji that way. But, I mean, unless you're having to do stuff by hand a whole lot, for whatever reason, or you just like writing by hand, you can basically get through life without ever having more than, like, the ability to recognize them. It's so easy to forget. And so, you become very conscious of this when you do the exercise. I have, like, Kanken 2級 step from the Kanken Kyokai people. And they have these exercises, and the exercises include kanji that they haven't actually drilled you on yet in the book. And it is embarrassing, because it'll be like, I will know, it's like, I know it. If you put it in front of me, I could read it. Well, the kakitori mondai, where they give you the kanji, the word in katakana, and you have to remember the kanji. And it is so embarrassing, because you realize, yeah, you could read this fine if they put it in front of you, but even these, like, basic ass kanji, like kasegu or something like that, katsugu, if you don't have it in front of you, you can't remember it at all. And so that has been quite the experience, realizing that. But okay, Kanji no Kami-san, he has some really good videos on this stuff. And I'm going to drop the link in chat for anyone who wants to see the whole thing, watch it over. I like his channel.
神さんです。今回はタイトルにもあった通り、漢検の勉強法ということで、今年ラストの漢検がある。
So this is his study method.
10月半ばにね、開かれますね。それに申し込んだ方は、今頃もう復習とか、過去問の総仕上げとかやってることじゃないかなと思います。けども、でもやっぱりまだちょっと不安とか、基礎的な部分がまだ足りてないんじゃないかなと。少しね、この残り1ヶ月でできるのかなとか、そういう不安も持ってる方もね、いるんじゃないかなと思います。僕は漢検準1級をちょうど2年前の10月に取得したんですけども、その時の僕でもやっぱりこう、勉強期間ね、正直
Yeah, like they did it in 3 months. Well, I mean, he's also the sort of person who is like obsessive enough about kanji to have a kanji YouTube channel. That is one thing to keep in mind when you hear that 3-month figure. He's saying he's going to talk about the method that he used 2 years ago to take the Junikyu, which is like an intermediate level between level 2 and level 1. Level 1 being the highest. The way I described it last week is like level 2 is yo-yo kanji. It is kanji that you see every day if you read a fair bit. So the use case is everywhere. With kanken 1級, the level 1, the use case is, let's say it is the end of days and you are standing at that big intersection in Shibuya in Tokyo, and the ground opens up and a flaming cube comes out, and on it are written ancient riddles that someone must solve. That is kanken 1級 material. That is where that comes in handy. That, or if you're like a classics professor, or you read a lot of historical documents, or if you just want to flex.
自信あったので、勉強もね、割とこうスムーズにはいけたんですけども、3ヶ月で果たしてどこまでいけるのかみたいな、正直受かると思ってなかったんでね、ギリギリ160点で合格はできたんですけども、そんな僕でも3ヶ月で
I think this exact music is playing at the beginning of each new chapter in the audiobook of Genji Monogatari that I have. It's very familiar.
一応合格まで持ってきたその勉強法っていうのがあったんですよ。その時も1日1時間か2時間とかだったんですよ。
Okay, so whatever he did, he's going to be explaining to us what he did. He spent an hour to 2 hours a day doing it. So not a whole lot.
やることは結構大変なんですけども、でもその分短い期間でも結構基礎的な部分がしっかりついてくるようになる、そういう勉強法だったなって今でも思ってますので、ちょっと今回はねそれを皆さんに共有していきたいなと思います。でちなみにその勉強方法にあたってなんですけども、用意する道具は普通に筆記用具。
Okay, so something to write with, so an eraser, a red pen for marking, a notebook, and like the collection of previous tests, 問題集。
シャーペンとか、あと消しゴムとか、あと赤ペン、ペンの色は何でもいいですけども、基本的な筆記用具は必要ですね。であとノート、問題集、問題集もお好きなものでいいです。僕はね準1級の時も今1級の勉強もしてるんですけども、どっちもこれはね新生。
Okay, which one? I have a couple of not these ones. I have a different one that somebody else had recommended. They're coming on Monday.
出版社さんから出ている漢字検定の本ですね。基本的にはこれを元に、あとはなんか追加で 2,3 冊買ったりとかやってますけど、でも最終的にはこれに戻ってくるかなっていう感じでした。
You may have to get those though.
ここから勉強方法、具体的な方法なんですけども、基本的にはやっぱり問題集にまずはもうしっかり向き合うところから始まります。
First, okay, so really take a nice good look at the collection of previous tests. Makes sense.
多いと思うので、この中で赤シートと問題集、これをまずはやってみるところから始めましたね。で、正直これで読み問題に関しては、
赤シートは
近い部分は
何のための赤シートですか？
否めないので、
なんか色フィルター。
まずは挑戦して読めなかったらもう即答え見る。で、その読み方をここで覚えるんですよ。で、もう一回その後赤シートやってすぐやる。
答え見てすぐやればとりあえず解ける。Okay, so okay, you're using this to cover up.
一回ね見たものなので多分全部答えることができると思います。それをどんどん2ページ3ページやってってで、大体3ページぐらいまでやったらまた戻ってくるんですよ、最初のページに。そうするとちょっとある程度時間が空いた状態。
赤い文字。そうですか。やっぱ回答は赤い文字で印刷されてるから赤シートを使うこと。 Okay, that makes sense. Chocobinto was just explaining the answers are written in red. Okay, so you use this red color filter on while you're reading it so that you can't see the answers. That I did not. Okay, that is a very handy design.
からもう一回ここに立ち戻ることになるので、微妙に一問二問なんだっけみたいな問題も出てくるんですよ。それをやって初めてこうどんどん記憶に定着してくるっていう感じで。
還元やったことあるんですか？チョコミントさんは。
僕は読み問題は一応そうですね。大体2、3ページ。
読み問題の方は還元2級くらいなら本当にお安いご用だけど1級の読み問題は
やったらまた戻ってくるっていうのを繰り返しましたね。でもこれでも大体10分かからないぐらいなので、相当ねコスパはいいと思います。10分で3ページ進めて、でまた10分で3ページ進めてっていう。
Okay, so like go three pages every within 10 minutes, and then just spend 10 minutes on another 3. Interesting.
やってました。でこの時にね、どうしてもこの漢字が毎回間違えるとか、毎回覚えられない、もうここでつまずくっていう感じがあったら。
Okay, and if there are kanji that you just get wrong every single time. 赤シート。そうですか。高校の勉強、スタディガイドとか、そういう印刷法は使ってないんですね。でも、本当に実用的なもんですね。そんなことは。
僕はもう問題集に書き込みしてましたね。その問題のところ。
Okay, now let's see. What have we got? 急な転勤命令に環境しただろう。勘だったのか？それは吃飯の吃だけど、木の名前か。これは旧か薄か読みはね。でも上の方は牛の木とか旧の木とか牛の木とか救難にかかるだろ。からずみ強靭競争ともに使えた貴族、日当たりの良いカホを散策する。京安に鶏の鳴き声を聞く。決定憲法と民定憲法。Oktroyierte Verfassung. It's like some, and then there are those that where it's like, I'm very sure about the meaning, less certain about the reading. Because I mean, one thing you can do with kanji, like you can sort of, there is a cheat code with the more complicated kanji because there's often a phonetic element. I am fairly certain the phonetic element in this case is the bit on the right, ketsu. So, 決定漢字とか、I mean 漢字じゃなく憲法だ。19もむずいですね。縦10センチ横5センチの夜景。むずいな。
星印。
I see. So, 近帝だった。 Kuke. Q.
つけて、
I mean, the one in 31. Okay, this is Junikyu. And on Junikyu, you get kanji that you already. I think it's like 900 kanji you have to know beyond the Joyo kanji. And like this one here on 31, the third from the top. It's like, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. It's like, and I've seen nearly all. Oh, and this is also kobu. It's classical grammar. Fun.
これが僕は苦手なんだっていうのを、まあ、一応分かるようにしてました。であとですね、やっぱりこう準1級とか1級だと、まあ、もう当たり前のようにこう見たことない漢字とか見たことない言葉使ったことない熟語っていうのが、どんどんどんどんもう頻発して。
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's just actually just saying exactly what I just said. The minute you get to Junikyu and Ikkyu, you know, the level 1.5 and level 1, you run into kanji that you will never have seen in your life unless you studied for this thing or you like do the classics or like one of the various fields where you have lots of really idiosyncratic kanji around.
くるので、そういう時に僕はノートを使ってました。ノートはね、本当に何でもいいんですけど、こんな感じの本当にどこにでも売ってるようなノートに、まずは赤ペンでその漢字を、まあ、書きます。しっかりこうね、大きく書いて形をはっきりさせます。
So he starts out, he writes the kanji in red, and then he does like a profile of them, like some examples of compounds they're used in, all their readings, all that sort of thing.
ここに、まあ、その漢字の読み方、音読み、訓読み。
Yeah, putting onyomi in katakana, kunyomi in hiragana, which is also the way dictionaries do it.
さらに部首書いて、あとはその漢字が使われている熟語であったり、四字熟語とか、あと古事成語、余裕があったらですけどね、もういっぱい書いて、その漢字がどういう意味で使われているのかっていう、まあ、共通点をね、しっかりね、こう自分の中で覚えていくんですよ。まあ、例えばね、皆さんこれご存知のバラの場ですね。
バラの場。馴染みのある字だけど、それは、漢字で漫画版に出たと思いますね。
例えばこの漢字だと、音読み。
小、草、食、バラ、水田で。Peitsche, also wohl eher nicht, das ist doch Muchi. 木片と、その、
が小とか草、食、訓読みがバラとか水田でって読むんですね。で、武士は草。
バラ、ローズのバラ。やっぱ、見たことあったけど。Yeah, I did the manga version of Kanji Dego, which I'd never played before. And the thing about it is, if you don't know the manga, you will find it very, very frustrating. And I did not know the manga. I have not. Tomorrow I'm going to play the web version, which is not specifically like this. The version that I played today is the collab between Shueisha and Kanji Dego. Which you can get for free on Steam, but oh wow, it is absolutely impossible if you don't follow these manga because it's character names, and the trouble with character names and the kanji attached to them. I mean, it isn't all character names. Sometimes it's also like terms that are specific to these stories and things. And the thing is, like, in fiction, you get a lot of leeway about kanji readings. People will come up with all sorts of idiosyncratic ateji and stuff like that. So it becomes very complicated if you don't know the story.
水種っていうのは、タデ科の一年草、そういう植物があるんですね。で、あとはこの漢字を使った熟語だったり、古事成語。例えばこの漢字だと、バラにトゲありっていう古事成語がありますね。これは美しいもので人を傷つける一面があるということ。こうやってその漢字の見た目とか読み方だけじゃなくて、どういう風に使われているのか、どういう言葉とセットになって熟語になるのか。 いろんな多角的な情報を集めてくると、初めて
Yeah. So, like, just basically all of the key bits of information about each new kanji that you are picking up is, like, with level 2, if you're reasonably well read, there won't be many that are absolutely totally new to you. There may be some that you've seen a few, but you don't really know well, but you'll probably have seen all of them, because they're joyo, general use. But when you get into Junikyu and Ikkyu, you're going to see things that you've never seen before. So you need to have, like, a file on them.
漢字に対してもう表面的な覚えじゃなくて、もうしっかり内側まで覚えら
Yeah,
れる。
the idea is to make sure that you have more than just, like, a surface memory recall of these characters, but that you actually have a fairly deep understanding of how they work and what they're all about.
まあ、例えばこれ人を覚える時とかでも一緒だと思うんですけども、初めて会った人でもその人の顔とか名前とか頑張って一致させようと覚えようとすると結構
顔と名前だけはいつも忘れがちだね、私。
難しいというか覚えにくいと思うんですよね。でも、まあ、その人の性格とかパーソナリティの部分とかね、まあ、例えば
Yeah, he's giving the example here of, it's like just trying to remember the names and faces of people, which I'm shit at, versus trying to, like, build a sort of a detailed profile about what, you know, what sort of person they are, and try to remember them based on that.
結構自分磨きの努力をしているような人なんだなって、そういうところまで覚えられると、あの人は結構清潔感のある誰々さんっていう風に印象とかとセットで覚えようとすると、名前とか顔とか比較的ね一緒に合わせて覚えやすくなるんですよ。で漢字もこれと一緒で、その読みとか形だけばっかり覚えるんじゃなくて、その漢字がどういう意味を持っていて、どういう使われ方をしているのかとかね、なんでこの部首があってなんでこの作りがあるのか、これ一文字に対する時間のかけ方としては若干コスパ悪いんじゃないのと覚えるかもしれませんけども、覚えやすさで言ったら断然めちゃくちゃ覚えやすいんで、後々こっちの方がすごい楽だなって気づくと思います。個人的なね感覚ではあるので、まあ、正直これが
Yeah, I mean, what he's saying makes sense. I mean, because if all you're doing is trying to remember, it actually dovetails nicely with, we were looking at something from Hamamatsu no Juku, a Juku teacher by the name of, God. See, it's funny, we were just talking about how hard it is to remember names and faces. I remember everything about this guy that you could know from this video, apart from his fucking name. But anyway, he was talking about how often, you know, these assignments where you're just supposed to write the kanji over and over again actually really don't help you remember it. And how actually it's probably better to write it fewer times, do fewer repetitions, and focus on other aspects of it. Which is the method, to a great extent, I've been following. Although, with the difference that these aren't, like, so far, the ones that I have dealt with in the study guide that I'm using, they're all familiar characters. What's sometimes the reading is unfamiliar, and often I find I don't remember them well enough to just write them without a model, because I'm just out of the habit. But, so, like, if you write down the, you know, the reading, what the bushu, the radical is, which is one of the things they test you on, like, knowing which bit of it is the bit that you would use to look it up in a kanji dictionary, for example, and some compounds that it's in, and all that stuff, then it becomes way easier to remember it.
合う合わないは人それぞれ違うと思うんですけども、少なくとも僕はこの覚え方のおかげで、一回見た漢字はもう割とね忘れなくなってきましたね。もちろん覚えられない漢字も当然あるんですけども、それでもなんとなく表面的に機械的に覚えようとするよりは、その漢字がどういう意味を持っているのかとか、どのような熟語を作るのかとか。
Yeah, I mean,
どういった四字熟語になるのか。
yeah, I mean, this makes perfect sense. I mean, especially with the yoji jukugo. Because a lot of those are just really memorable when you know what they're, when you when you look at them closely. Like, there's one that I just recently saw for the first time. It's apparently unusual enough that if you try to use the Microsoft IME to enter it, it won't get it right. It's Touken Gake, which literally is clay dog, shingle chicken. And what it means is something that looks pretty reliable and solid superficially, but actually it's absolutely useless. The idea is the mental image you're supposed to get is like, there's this, you walk up to this house and it looks like it's got a very impressive watchdog. Then you realize the dog is made of clay. And like the chicken that you're going to eat, it's actually made of the material you make shingles out of. And when you have that, then it's very easy to remember. Like, that was given as an example for the kanji for kawara or ga, which means shingle, and is also used in the, you don't see it very often in this usage, but they used to use kanji a lot more than katakana for foreign words. So the gasu, as in like gas, the ga in gasu was this kanji for shingle kawara.
しっかりとした背景とかストーリーと一緒に覚えるとやっぱりすっごい覚えやすくなりますので、これねすごいおすすめです。まあ、なのでね、こんな感じで。
Yeah, I mean, like, each of these is very detailed.
まあ、すごいとにかく見たことない漢字はもうひたすら漢字をノートに書いて、で読み方とか部首とか、まあ、あと熟語とか四字熟語とか。でこの四字熟語とか古事成語を覚えるときもその漢字を使われている由来語源っていうのをちゃんとねこれ調べた方がいいですよ。例えばこの Y 詞漢義っていうね言葉あるんですけども、意味的には自分にはよく分かってないんだけども、とりあえず周りに意見合わせてしまうっていうことの例えなんですね。
Yeah, I mean, he's got like a definition in here, he's got example sentences, the readings, of course.
でもこれを Y 詞漢義はこれあれか、すぐ周りに意見合わせる人のことかって覚えようとするとめちゃくちゃ大変なんですよ。なんで Y 詞漢義でそういう意味になるんだって、結構そこでね
What was it?
って覚えようとするとめちゃくちゃ大変なんですよ。なんで Y 詞漢義
Y 詞漢義いやー、知らねえよ。その Y は上の上だな。
でそういう意味になるんだって、結構そこでね疑問が生じると思うんですけども、
自分にはよくわからずともすぐ周りに意見を合わせることの例え。Interesting. So what it means, his definition is, it is a metaphor essentially for if you don't really understand something immediately, but you immediately decide to adjust your opinion on it to that of the people around you. That is Waishikangi.
これちゃんとこの Y 詞とか漢義とかの熟語がどこから出てきたのか。
Yeah, like I've never seen Waishi, and I've never seen Kangi either.
いうバックグラウンドを調べると一気に覚えやすくなるんですね。例えばこれだと Y 詞っていうのは背の低い人のことなんですよ。
Waishi is short people.
この Y って漢字よく Y 小って言葉でね使われますよね。
That's very interesting because that Y is also in Korean. It is an insulting word for Japanese people.
Y って低いとか短いっていう意味があるんですよ。漢義ってのはこれは劇を見るっていう意味なので感激のことですよね。だからこの Y 詞漢義っていうのも背の低い人が感激をするときに、その背が低いからね舞台がちゃんと見えてないんですけども、それなのに周りの人に評価とか。
Oh wow! Okay, neat. So the image, the mental image here is supposed to be a short person who can't really get a good watching like a play or a performance or something like that. So they can't get a good look at it because everybody around them is taller than them. But it's, everybody else is applauding, so there must have been something good.
合わせちゃうっていうところからこの Y 詞漢義っていうこの言葉を使ってそういう意味を表すんだっていうストーリーがあるんですよ。 どうですか、このストーリーの力めちゃくちゃ覚えやすくないですか？でね、漢字の勉強やってる人だったら
Yeah.
と思うんですけども、まあ、こ
I
れ
mean, this makes perfect sense.
大体最初の方
Like, I mean, he's saying, like, to remember these kanji, these ones that he's never seen before, he looks into why, why this particular four-character metaphor or idiom works the way that it does. And writes notes on that, because when you have that history of it, when you have that background, suddenly it is just way easier to remember it, because then you have a story to go with it.
にあるんですけど、後半になるとこう四字熟語とか対義語類義語とかことわざとか。
Yeah, I mean, the synonym antonym section is somewhat challenging. Like, the one thing that you get working in your favor, really, is that, see, you have compound words, and you have to find either synonyms or antonyms. You get it's usually like a 10 question section, and so you get antonym, and the first one is antonyms and the second is synonyms, and they're all drawing from the same pool of kanji compounds, but they're in hiragana, so you don't know what the kanji are, and so you know that each one is only used once. So the result is, I mean, that can be very challenging if you can't bring them to mind immediately. If it is like an unfamiliar word, for example, that is also not in is also in hiragana rather than kanji, then that can be really challenging. But since you have this process of elimination you can apply, you have a better
あらかじ
chance.
め読みとか書きの方でその調べた漢字の熟語をピックアップしておくことで、後々このテキストの後半のゾーンに差し掛かっても、あ、そういえばこれ四字熟語で一回やったな、見たことあるなっていう風に、もう一気に吸収率が上がってくるんですね。まあ、もちろんね、四字熟語のページに差し掛かって初めて見る言葉とかもありますよ。でもその時でもやっぱり同じです。基本的には見たことない漢字をピックアップして。
Yeah. I mean, this is, I think, really good advice for when you're dealing with kanji you've never seen before. I mean, and it doesn't matter, if it's really, whether this seems to me, this would work just as well for people who are beginners and haven't seen a lot of just completely standard kanji before, just as much as it would be for people who have a whole bunch of kanji and are looking to learn a whole bunch of really unusual ones, which is what a lot of the Kanken 1級 and Jun 1級 are doing. Just check something here. Yeah, like if there are sayings or things like that too.
で、僕ね、よくコメントいただくんですけども、どうやったら類義語対義語が分かるようになりますかとか、あとことわざが、四字熟語がとか、いろいろ。
This is also what he uses for the antonym synonym section that I was just talking about, which I have to say, I've done a couple of samples, and that's not easy. I mean, I imagine it will get easier as I go and get more used to doing this and refresh my memory of a lot of things, but damn.
覚え方、個別に覚えようとしてるなっていつもね思うんですよね。だから本当はその関係を対策する上で、個別にこの問題にはこういう方法っていうのは僕はないと思ってて、まあ、その熟語の構成とかはちょっとまた別ですけども、基本的には読み問題書き問題なんですよ。対別するとね、例えば誤字訂正とかだって、まずは文章を読んで、で読めたらここが違うなって気づけたら。 それを書き直すじゃないですか。
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. They also have, like, another section, there are misprints. you have to note where they get the wrong
こ
kanji.
れは間違いに気づけるかどうかの能力も問われてるんですけども、基本的には最終的に書けるかっていうところに持ってかれてるんですよね。だから正直類義語対義語だってその漢字の意味をちゃんと表面的じゃなくて内側までしっかり読めてれば、知らない熟語が来たとしてもなんとなく反対の意味はこういうことを言いたいんだろうなって選択肢の中から例えば多分これがそうなんだろうなっていう風に分かるようになってくるんですよね。例えば黄昏っていうことの対義語だよって言われた時に
対義語。
黄昏の意味
黄昏の対義語。夜明け？
が分かんなかったとしても、もうこの黄昏のこの2文字目ね、これコンって読みますけども、これがくれるっていう風に意味があるっていうのを知って
Oh yeah. I mean, Chinese uses even more of them.
れば、まあ、なんとなく黄昏ってこう黄
I mean, Chinese uses them. I don't know if they use more of them, but they use way more. They use them way more often. Yeah, I'm not sure whether I've never heard a number put on the number of four character compounds. The number of kanji that is actually fairly specified, because like for Joyo kanji, like the general use kanji, which is what everything up to Kanken 2級 level 2 is, it's like 2100 total.
黄色くくれる夕方のことを指してるんだろうなっていう風に推測もできてくるわけですよ。じゃあ黄色くくれてるような状態の対義語は何かっていうと、まあ
類義語は夕方
かもしくはちょっと夕方からさらにこう更けて、まあ、夜遅く、まあ、大体このどちらかだろうなっていうのが予測つくわけですよね。そしたらあとは
そうしたら選択肢が
Yeah. がちょっと早朝なんか朝って漢字が使われてそうだなって言葉がもしくは
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. The way you deal with this sort of the synonym antonym section is very much. I mean, part of it is just having some ideas in your head and having a lot of kanji readily, recallable to you without looking at them. But part of it is just eliminating. You find the ones you already know. Get those, the ones you're sure about. Put those in there. That takes out a number of them, and then you can kind of deal with the other ones and think of what they could be.
ちょっと類義語対義語の解説動画もね、そのうち詳しく出そうかなとは思ってますけども、まあでも基本的にはやっぱり漢字をしっかりちゃんとした意味、ちゃんとした内側の意味を読み取ってから自分の中で漢字に変換できるかどうかっていうのがすごい関わってくるので、本当にこのノートに漢字をバーって書いてそのしっかり意味ちゃんとインプットさせていくっていうのはめちゃくちゃおすすめになってきます。であとはもうどのジャンルの問題にしても、もうこの方法でとにかくもうずっとやっていく。もう普通に読み書きはもちろん。
I mean, I would also add, reading things like, I don't know, Edogawa Rampo is not a bad way. If you're trying to pick up kanji that are out of common use, or kanji readings that are not in common use as well. I mean, reading old novels, stuff, especially like pre-war stuff, like 1920s, 19th century and stuff like that, you will find a whole lot of kanji that nobody uses anymore, really.
類義語対義語だろうが、四字熟語だろうが、古事成語だろうが、もうどの問題でだって、
and a lot of spellings that nobody uses anymore.
その漢字を調べて
Like there is, it turns out I had never seen this before until I started reading Edogawa Rampo. But there are kanji for dake, as in only. And stuff like that, like so, as in muskashi so. They use of aikawarazu for so in that. Even though, that isn't, there's nothing kanji about that, but they just, used, 100 years ago, they used kanji for a whole lot of things that nobody uses kanji for anymore.
ノートに書いて意味を覚えて、でまた赤シートで書くしてもう一回解いて、でしっかりそれでどんどんインプットしていく。もう本当にただそれだけです。大事なのはとにかく漢字を本当の意味で覚えること。表面的にこの形、この読み方ってだけじゃなくて、ちゃんとその意味まで覚えてあげないといけないです。でそのためにはしっかりストーリーの力とか、あとなんでこの漢字こういう形。
違う。It is not she of itaru that they use. It was like, no, now I'm gonna have to go and find my book, because it's a much simpler kanji. It's one of those that you see a million times, and I mean, I think it actually might be, let's see, like muchi without the bit on the left.
になったんだろうとか、そういう意味での総理も大事です。なんで草冠なのかなとかね。僕はね、この方法で2ヶ月で、さっきの冊子、テキスト一周して、残り1ヶ月はひたすら過去問解くのに使ってましたね。まあ、最終的にはやっぱり過去問解きまくった方がいいかなと思います。はい、ということで今回はね、こんな感じですね。
Okay, so we've almost done for today, but okay, let's see. We're gonna look at some Yoji Jukugo. This is a channel called Kikurin Kanji Sommelier. He's a kanji sommelier. That's an interesting concept. I like it. Here's the link in chat. I've never watched this guy before, but we're going to be looking at 4-character compounds. Really hard and rare and weird ones.
はい、ということでね、もう受験まであと2回、動画上げるのもこれを含めてあと2回になると思います。本当にギリギリだと思います。
there's a whole book of nandoku kanji, hard to read kanji.
ますので、今回もね実践的なやつをお送りしたいと思います。今回はですね、好評博しております難問。
Kojian, very good dictionary. I happen to own a copy of that as well. Dainana, yeah, same edition as me.
シリーズをお送りします。ということで本日お送りするのは合格経験者厳選漢検準1級四字熟語難問練習でございます。
Okay, these are apparently the hardest in the world of 4-character compounds. And this is already on the hardest of the tests, so I'm very curious whether I will recognize any of them.
四字熟語の難問厳選やってなかったのでね、今回参考にさせていただきましたのはこのね参考書、これ教えてもらったんですけど、確かこの動画のコメント欄でね、品出動順漢字検定問題集ってやつの付録について。
Okay, that is a book. That's it arranges them in the order of the frequency at which they appear. I guess I assume in the tests.
この合格ブックっていうのに載ってる四字熟語がよくまとまってるんですね。過去にで。
I haven't seen this one recommended before. Interesting.
よくまとまってるし、古事ことわざもすごくよくまとまってるんで、これね、付録。これ、まあ、こっちももちろんいいんですけど、付録特におすすめですね。ではこれをベースにしながらですね、合格経験者での私が難しいなと感じたやつだけを厳選してお送りします。それでは早速参りましょう。
So he's picked the ones that people who actually pass this thing, and the number of people who pass this thing is very small. Like I looked at the figures for the last time they did the EQ. It was like I think the last statistics I saw were like 2023. And in 2023, only 50 people in all of Japan passed the level 1.
まずは愛語声目。
愛語声目。目。それは語の声目。静かな目とか。Never heard of this one.
意味は何事にも実力の差は様々で何をするのにも力の差はあるものだということ。
Okay, somebody who can turn their hand to anything. 声目。目。目の目か。全く、黙りの目じゃなくて。
いきますよ。正解は声目。
Okay, well I was 50% right. I said it was menomoku, and it is. I actually did not realize this could also be read as sei. 愛語声目。
愛語というのは実力が伯仲した者同士で打つ語のことで、声目っていうのはですね、実力の劣っている方がハンディキャップをつけるために5番上の9つの点に碁石を置くことだそうです。続きまして意近環境。意近環境、
環境保護の環境じゃないでしょ。乾く缶。
はい、意味はねちょっとヒントになりすぎちゃうんで言いません。いきますよ。正解は環境。
環境、ふるさとに帰る。でも意味は何なんだろう。Returning, I mean, literally it seems to mean to return home wearing cotton.
立身出世して故郷に帰ることですね。錦の服を着て故郷に帰るってことですね。
Okay, that is the literal meaning.
続きまして、園児当初。
でも、それ、that can't be the entire meaning of the thing. No, that would never have become a thing. Okay. Now I'm curious. Okay, we're looking up ikin kankyo. I need to know more about this. Like, for example, why? Okay. Okay, it exists in Chinese too. 一人幻想。四字熟語の百科事件。Okay. Drop the link in chat for anyone who wants to follow this. 生きん環境の意味と使いあれ。生きん環境。立身出世または成功してふるさとへ帰ること。故郷に錦を飾ること。錦を着てふるさとに帰る意味から。金銀のダサい。Okay. So it means coming home having become successful. いい金環境。Hi! Today from Basel. 園児当初。知らねえ。
意味はですね、自分で自分を欺く例え。
意味当初 and it means to deceive oneself. 園児当初。盗む等でしょ。
として使われております。いきますよ。正解は園児当初。
Okay. Yeah, I was right. 盗む等. The 等 meant stealing. I just wasn't sure about the shul, and the shul is a bell.
自分の耳を塞いで金を盗むということですね。鐘の音が鳴らないんだったら相手の耳を。
Oh, I see. So, okay. As in you're plugging your ears because the bell is so loud so that you can get up to the bell and steal it.
塞がなきゃいけないのに自分の耳を塞いでも意味ないじゃんっていう浅はかだけど自分をごまかすみたいなことですね。続きまして、塩皮魚薬。
塩皮魚薬。魚薬。Okay, so we have dancing fish. 塩皮魚薬。塩皮魚薬。塩皮、ハヤの塩と、火事の火？
万物がその本性に従って自由に楽しんでいることの例え。いきますよ。正解は塩皮魚薬。
Okay. So, a type of bird that, okay, the kanji there, that first kanji is unfamiliar to me. But so the fish is like dancing in the water and the bird is flying, and it's everybody is enjoying things that are, in sort of keeping with their essence, basically.
役。はい、この円がね、いろんな候補が出てきちゃうんでね、これトビが飛んでいるということですね。魚が踊っているっていう、それぞれがね、飛んだり泳いだり自分の好きなこと得意なことやってるよみたいなことでしょうね。続きまして応接受接。
応接受接。OK。答えるおと教授の授とか。
自由自在に述べること。
Okay, to speak freely, to be able to talk about something with no difficulties.
正解は応接受接ですね。はい、この受は縦
I was totally
という
wrong.
意味がありますから、縦横自在に喋るっていうことですね。続きまして格物致知。
格物致知。勝ちの知？
物事の本質を突き詰めて理解し知識を深めること。正解は格物知。
Okay, another one totally wrong. But it is time for me to wrap up. For today, I will be back tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. US Eastern Time. I hope everyone enjoyed the stream, and if you enjoyed the stream and would really like to show it, your support is very much valued, and here's where you can go to do it, to help me keep going. All donations are very much appreciated, and just help me keep doing this and just keep going in general. I will be back at 4:30 p.m. US Eastern Time tomorrow, and I look forward to seeing you then. Have a good